Welcome to the Golden Flower. Today, we are going to talk about the 7 signs you're experiencing spiritual ascension. Have you ever felt like you were meant for something more? That there's a higher purpose calling to you from just beyond your reach? If so, you may be experiencing a spiritual ascension. A spiritual ascension is a process of awakening to your true nature as an immortal, infinite being of light. It is a journey of remembering who you really are and why you're here. As you begin to awaken to your true identity, you'll start to experience life in a whole new way. You'll feel more connected to the world around you and will have a greater understanding of the universe's plan. Here are the 7 main symptoms that indicate you are undergoing a spiritual ascension. 1. Feeling a deep sense of longing for something more. Sometimes, we can feel a deep sense of longing for something more. It's as if we are searching for something that we can't quite put our finger on. This feeling can often be associated with a spiritual awakening. As we become more aware of the spiritual world, we may start to feel a need for something more. We may long for a connection to something greater than ourselves. This longing can be a sign that we are ready to start our spiritual journey. If you are feeling this way, don't be afraid to explore your options and see where they take you. Who knows, you may just find what you've been searching for. 2. Sensing a greater connection to all life. A spiritual ascension is a process that can happen suddenly or slowly over time. It is an expansion of consciousness in which we begin to see ourselves, and all life, as interconnected. We may begin to sense a greater connection to all life and feel called to live in alignment with our highest values. The spiritual awakening process can be challenging, as it can disrupt our previously held beliefs and ways of living. However, it can also be an immensely enriching and transformative experience that leads us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. 3. Having a strong desire to be of service to others. There's something incredibly fulfilling about being of service to others. Perhaps it's the sense that we're playing a small part in something much larger than ourselves. Or maybe it's the satisfaction that comes from seeing someone else benefit from our efforts. Whatever the reason, there's no doubt that service is its own reward. For many people, service is also a spiritual practice. By dedicating our time and energy to others, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and new perspectives. We connect with something larger than ourselves and tap into a source of wisdom and compassion that can transform our lives. In short, service is a powerful tool for spiritual awakening. So, if you're feeling called to serve, don't hesitate. The world needs your kindness and your strength. 4. Feeling an increased need for solitude and quiet time. As spiritual ascension become more common, more and more people are feeling an increased need for solitude and quiet time. This is because spiritual awakenings often involve a shift in consciousness, which can be very overwhelming. In order to integrate the new levels of consciousness, it is necessary to spend time in solitude, so that you can tune into your own energy and a sense of peace and balance. Additionally, spiritual awakenings can be accompanied by intense emotions and spiritual insights, which can also be very overwhelming. In order to process these experiences, it is often necessary to spend time in silence, so that you can reflect on what is happening within you. Do not forget to subscribe. 5. Noticing that your interests and values are changing. Have you ever found yourself reading a book, watching a movie, or attending an event and thinking, "This isn't what I used to be into"? It can be strange and disorienting to notice that your interests and values are changing. For some people, it may feel like they are losing their sense of self. However, it is also possible that this shift is simply indicative of a spiritual awakening. As you become more attuned to your spiritual side, you may find that you are drawn to different things than you were in the past. This doesn't mean that you have to completely abandon your old interests, but it is important to be open to new experiences. By allowing yourself to explore different aspects of your spiritual journey, you can grow in ways you never thought possible. 6. Experiencing strange synchronicities and coincidences. Have you ever had the experience of thinking of someone right before they call? Or running into someone you know in a place you would never expect to see them? Some people might write these off as coincidence, but for others, they may be a sign of a spiritual awakening. When we start to open ourselves up to the spiritual realm, we can become more attuned to the energies around us. We may start to see synchronicities and coincidences more often. Because we are attuned to the spiritual energy that is all around us. These experiences can be a sign that we are on the right path, and that we are connected to all that is. If you find yourself experiencing more synchronicities and coincidences than usual, take it as a sign that you are ascending spiritually. Pay attention to the messages that you receive, and trust that you are being guided by a higher power. 7. Seeing the world in a new, more enlightened way. Spiritual ascension is the process of raising your vibration to access higher levels of consciousness. When you raise your vibration, you begin to see the world differently. You start to see past the illusion of separation and see that we are all connected. You also start to see the divine beauty in all things. Spiritual ascension is a transformative process that can help you to find true peace and happiness. There is no one right way to ascend spiritually. Just as each person's path is unique, so is their ascension experience. For some, the process is gradual and gentle. For others, it can be more dramatic and intense. But no matter how it manifests in your life, spiritual ascension is a powerful journey of transformation that will change your life forever. Ready to start your spiritual ascension? Here are some tips to get you started. Spend time in nature. There's something about being in the presence of Mother Earth that can help ground you and connect you to the larger cycle of life. Meditate regularly. Meditation helps still the mind and connect you with your higher self. Be open to change. As you begin to ascend spiritually, everything in your life will start to shift. Be open to these changes and trust that they are happening for your highest good. Do not fight it. Listen to your intuition. As you begin to connect with your higher self, you'll start to receive guidance from within. Follow your intuition and trust that it will lead you in the right direction. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Spiritual growth can be a lonely journey if you don't have others to support you. Seek out friends, family, or even online communities who are on a similar path. No matter where you are on your spiritual ascension journey, know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Trust in the process and have faith that everything is happening for your highest good. The universe is supporting you every step of the way. To wrap this up, spiritual ascension is a powerful journey of transformation that will change your life forever. If you're sensing a greater connection to all life, longing for something more, or feeling a deep desire to be of service to others, you may be experiencing a spiritual ascension. This is a process of awakening to your true nature as an immortal, infinite being of light. As you begin to remember who you really are and why you're here, you'll start to see the world in a new, more enlightened way. Please, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. See you next time.